Okay. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jasmine, and I'll be facilitating today's group session. First, I want to acknowledge that attending a support group, especially for substance use, can feel uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. Sorry. Okay. Especially in the beginning. Some of you may be here voluntarily, while others might be here because of external requirements. Whatever your reason, I appreciate you showing up today. This group is a safe and confidential space for support and personal growth. You are not alone in your journey, and you don't have to figure everything out all at once. This is a place where you learn from one another. Before we begin, let's go over a few guidelines to help ensure a respectful and supportive environment. So the first thing is confidentiality. What is said here stays here. Trust is important. Respect. Everyone's experiences are valid. We listen without interrupting or judging. Participation. Share as much or as little as you feel comfortable. No one is forced to speak. And lastly, we support and not shame. This is a space for encouragement, not criticism. Any questions or concerns about these guidelines?
No.
No.
Okay. No? All right. So let's begin by introducing ourselves. Please share your name and, if you're comfortable, why you're here or what you hope to gain from this group. You can share as little or as much as you'd like. Okay, would you like to start?
I don't see the point in this. Talking about my problems, my emotions, blah, 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 like that actually fixes something. Look, I've been in groups before. They don't do anything. This is literally the most pointless thing ever.
Okay, I hear you. It sounds like you've had experiences where group therapy didn't meet your expectations. That must be frustrating. Different groups work for different people. And sometimes the experiences depend on what we put into it. I'm curious, what's one thing that might make this group more useful for you? You can think about that and we'll revisit, okay? Would you like to introduce yourself next?
Uh, um, my name's Michael. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm really nervous.
Okay. That's completely okay. It takes courage to show up to a group like this. Um, just being here is a huge step, and I appreciate you sharing that. There's no pressure to say more, just that you're in a space where people understand what you're going through. Okay. I notice you seem a little restless. That's totally understandable. And if it helps, taking a few deep breaths or stretching a little might ease that tension. So do you want to do that with me? Do a quick breathing exercise?
I I think that would help.
Okay, you think that's gonna help? All right. So for for about a couple seconds, we're gonna breathe in and breathe out, okay? Everybody else can join in if you want to, okay? So breathe in. Okay. Breathe in again. Breathe out again. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time, okay? Breathe in. Okay, and then breathe out. Okay, and this breathing exercise you can do whenever you feel like nervous, whenever you feel like you are getting a little restless, you can take a little bit of time to yourself to just, breathe in and breathe out. Did it help a little bit at least?
I'd say it
A
eased,
little bit?
a little bit of the anxiety. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else, did it help a little bit? Okay. All right. Um, I noticed you're on your phone. Just checking in. How are you feeling about being here today?
Yeah, I'm really only here because my probation officer. I don't have anything else to share. I'm good at this time.
Okay. Okay. I get that. It sounds like this wasn't really your choice. That can feel frustrating. Even though you have to be here, is there anything, even something small, that you'd like to take away from this group?
I'm good.
Okay. And if you're open to it, I'd like to hear what you think would actually help you. It can be right now, maybe when we get further into the session, maybe afterwards. At any point, just think what might help you, and I'm free to listen. Okay? Okay. Um, would you like to introduce yourself?
You know what? I don't even know why I'm here. Um, I don't have a problem. And I just people just don't know just how to mind their business. But
Okay.
you know, I I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay. It sounds like others in your life see things differently than you do. That can be frustrating.
Yeah, because they're stupid.
Well, this group isn't about labeling anyone. It's about exploring options and figuring out what works for you. If you ever feel like sharing more about your perspective, we're all here to listen because I'm sure that, some of us have the same way of thinking, And by listening to someone's perspective, it might change yours a little bit. Okay? Are you open to that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate everyone for sharing today, for showing up today. Whether you spoke a lot or just listened, you took a step forward. Recovery looks different for everyone. And the fact that you're here means at least you're open to something new, which is a huge step because that's the first thing you have to do is just acknowledge that you took the first step, okay? Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Progress isn't about being perfect. Um, it's about making small choices each day that bring you closer to where you want to be. Whether say whether stage of recovery, whatever stage of recovery you're in, this group is here to support you. Each and every one of us, we're here to support you individually, okay? Um, Next session, we'll be discussing coping strategies, ways to handle stress, like previously in the beginning when I had asked you guys to do that breathing exercise. That's one example of a coping strategy. Um, Ways to handle stress and cravings that don't involve substances. It's something specific. If there's something specific you'd like to focus on, let me know after this group. And thank you all for your time and willingness to be here today. And thank you all for taking that step into your recovery. I know this is not an easy thing to do. It's very difficult. And you guys should be very excited and motivated for your next steps because I know I am, okay? Thank you all for being here.